Triss, I was hoping we could talk. We've been dancing delicately around the topic of Geralt for a while now, though for a time there was good reason. It's difficult to confront such a good friend on a topic that is so deeply personal. And I felt betrayed by what you did. You are a grown woman capable of your own decisions, and Geralt is more than capable enough to decide for himself. I trust him wholeheartedly, and I thought I trusted you as well. I always knew you harboured feelings for Geralt, even when Ciri was still young in Kaer Morhen. You were never as skilled at hiding your true intentions as the other sorceresses, but perhaps I underestimated you. I certainly never expected you to seduce an amnesiac Geralt to fulfill your own selfish desires, even if I understand why. It just doesn't really seem like you at all. How could you have done such a thing, when you knew I was out there and knew how much he means to me?
Yes, I've been meaning to speak to you about that, Yen. You're right. It isn't an easy subject to approach, and I have given it a lot of thought. Perhaps too much. The fact is, I always wondered what you saw in The Witcher, until I saw it myself and inexplicably fell for him. There is no excuse for what I did, Yen, and I am sorry for the awkwardness I put you through.
Awkwardness? Triss, you bedded him as an experiment, then decided that you thought he looked pretty and pretended to be a big sister to Ciri for years. Do you know how terribly demented that is? I was your closest friend once, but how have you repaid that friendship? You are a selfish, arrogant little bitch. I should never have led you within 20 paces of Geralt.
Yen, it isn't that simple. I loved Geralt. I still love him. I wish I could go back and rewrite history so that we never spent the nights together that we did. But I can't do that. I love him, but I value what we had even more. And I want to be able to talk to you without feeling mental daggers in my direction. I left Geralt. I let him go. And though it tore my heart in two, I did it because it was the right thing to do.
Right. You think you know or have any concept or any vague notion of what is right. That is indeed rich, coming from you. You know when I returned to Kaer Morhen, I found red hairs in the bedding. Red goddamned hairs! It's bad enough when Geralt ventures into the local brothel and beds half the population of Temeria or Vizima, but at least I've never known what their most embarrassing childhood memories are.
Yen, I'm so sorry for what I did. I even told Geralt when we were last together that I knew I would never be able to replace you for him. And that's why I tried to keep your name from his memory. The time we spent together when Ciri was still a girl were an agony, Yen. I wasn't strong enough to go through that again. I couldn't resist him, and I didn't want to. I know you will probably never forgive me for that, but imagine you loved Geralt as much as you do now, and yet knew that he would never look at you the same way he does his beloved. You left, Yen, and all I knew was that for the first time, I could finally have what I want.
I don't know if I can ever forget what you've done, Triss, but I'd like to at least forgive you. It's just that a part of me now wonders if Geralt has feelings for you that are as strong as I know he has for me, and I don't want to risk losing him to anyone. He's a witcher and I'm a sorceress, so there is little doubt that we won't continue to have dalliances every once in a while, but at least I'm certain that he won't leave for some common tavern wench. You, on the other hand, are much more than just a mere pretty face, and I hope that I can trust your friendship as I once did.
I'm not sure I've fully forgiven myself yet. I used Geralt to sate my own desires, and it was wrong. A part of me wished that you would never return, that Geralt and I could live a quiet little life together, but it was an illusion. Geralt, with all his fond memories of you, would never take anyone else, Yen. He loves you. And the more time I spent with him, the more I came to realize that. It's not fair of me to try to take away the one bright spot he has in his life. Other than Ciri, of course.
Yen, I've been looking everywhere for you. One of your plants in the garden out back seems to be causing some trouble. Oh, Triss, I didn't see you arrive. It's, good to see you.
Is everything all right? BB said he heard some raised voices.
Yes, splendid. Triss and I were just discussing the current politics of Redania, now that the situation there seems to have stabilized. I was about to tend the mandrakes outside. Would you care to aid me with that, Triss?
I suppose. Some fresh air could do me good. All right, Yen. Give me some spare gloves and I'll help you with the mandrakes. I certainly hope your vineyard workers haven't been too touchy with the plants.